When I lived in Atlanta, I made a little trip up there just to take some
photos. So, but anyway, I hope that I hope it'll be a positive response.
That'd be great. We got that one. And then the other one is George.
Well, thank y'all so much. It's pretty cool. Now I get to play on this porch, man. I'll play a couple of songs, and I'm privileged to bring Flo up in a bit. So I have a brand new song that came out in February. Just a quick story about it. I met this girl in Augusta before Christmas. Yeah, I know. I kind of felt the same way. Took her out on a couple of dates. Things were going really well. I'm glad this is being filmed. Yeah, so
it'll be on YouTube.
Yeah, that's great. She'll see it. So I took her out. I thought things were going really well, and so I wrote this girl a song because I thought girls liked that. She didn't. So anyhow. But I got this really great song now, and everybody else tends to like it, or seems to. And this is called "Be Your Man." Might be wondering what I really mean, what my intentions are. I'm going after your heart and everything. I aim to make you see you are the world to me, and this is just the start of how I'm going to love you every day. So baby, want to give me your hand. I'm not looking for a one night stand. I got different plans for what it means to be a man. So darling, let me treat you right, and in all the right ways at night. I'll do everything I can to always be there with a helping hand. I wanna be your man. I wanna be your man. I may not always please, but I don't want to be your knight in darling armor. So let my love breathe in all the little things. Let that lead us deep into a love that's greater than we could imagine from the start. Don't you want to see how far? Give me your hand. I'm not looking for one night stand. I got different plans for what it means to be a man. So darling, let me treat you right, and in all the right ways at night. I'll do everything I can, always be there with a helping hand. I wanna be your man. I wanna be your man. Give me your hand. I'm not looking for one night stand. I got different plans for what it means to be a man. So darling, let me treat you right, and in all the right ways and nights. I'll do everything I can to always be there with a helping hand. I wanna be your man. Be your man. appreciate it. So I just wrote a brand new song. I thought y'all would enjoy. I'll tell you quickly about it. So I was in Nashville. This is another time. I've been living in Nashville for a couple of years, and everybody in Nashville is a songwriter. As you know, everybody. And so I was having dinner with one of my friends, and he was like, "Carey, you know, this is about a year ago." He's like, "Carey, how's it going with that girl so and so?" And I said, "Well, man, you know, it's crazy. She flip-flops all the time. Like we're hanging out. It's really great." And then all of a sudden she gets angry and yells at me, and then she's nice and brings me coffee. It's kind of like a good cop, bad cop situation. And my friend, you know, what does a Nashville person do? Does he give me any advice? No, he just says, you know, "Carey, you should write a song about that." I'm like, "Thanks for the help, man." And I wrote a song about it, and it's called Good Cop, Bad Cop. Yeah, so I'll play it for you. I'm sure you haven't experienced anything like this whatsoever, so. Oh, here we go. I had a beer with my buddy Dave. I went home to see my babe. I said, "I love you." She said, "Where you been?" And I thought, oh, here we go again. Next thing you know, it was shoves and shouts, full on knockdown, drag out. Then she kissed me on the mouth, and that's when things went south. Yeah, I never know who she's gonna be. Is she playing games or playing me? Driving me wild, driving me crazy when she goes, "Good cop, bad cop on me. Good cop, bad cop on me." Woo! I held the door for her friend Marlene, and she said, "Hey, you remember when you used to do that for me?" And I thought for once that I'd just let it slide, but back at home she wouldn't let it die. Next thing you know, it shoves and shouts, full on knockdown, drag out. Then she kissed me on the mouth, and that's when things went south. Yeah, I never know who she's gonna be. Is she playing games or playing me? Driving me wild, driving me crazy when she goes, "Good cop, bad cop on me." Next thing you know, it was shoves and shoves, full on knockdown, drag out. Then she kissed me on the mouth, and that's where things went south. You'll help me out now. I never know who she's gonna be. Is she playing games or playing me? Driving me wild, driving me crazy when she goes, "Good cop, bad cop on me." I never know who she's gonna be. Is she playing games or playing me? Driving me wild, driving me crazy. She goes, "Good cop, bad cop on me. Good cop, bad cop on me." Oh, 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 yeah. Good cop, bad cop on me. Somebody just got in trouble, I think. I cannot take no responsibility.
We don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's okay. That's mine. You know, I just think about stuff nobody knows about. It's part of my job. Oh man. Well, I decided I was going to sing something else to you. I can't remember what it was. But first off, I just want to thank y'all for having me here. It's I guess people tell me I'm still pretty young, and so I feel honored to be in a museum, and especially alongside people that have actually done a lot of stuff. So thank y'all for listening and having me. It's pretty cool.
Tell about the CDs.
Okay, we have some CDs to sell. I can't go home with anybody tonight, but if we have CDs, you can take with you. That's a suitable alternative. What's that?
Safer.
Yeah. I don't know if that was a
That was not a compliment. Okay. So, okay, whatever. Oh, that's what I want to do. I'll play before Miss Flo comes out. I'll play a song I wrote about Augusta, which I kind of grew up there. And let me grab this capo over here. And I went to North Augusta High School. I think we have someone here that's currently there. Woo! And when I was growing up in North Augusta, everybody at my school was like, man, I can't wait to go somewhere real exciting. This place is so boring. I didn't agree with them, but I was like, oh, you want to go somewhere else? Yeah, somewhere really awesome, like Columbia, South Carolina. And I was like, man, dream big. But I've done a lot of traveling, as Don and others have said, and I always love coming home because I just think Augusta and the area where we're all at needs a lot more credit than we ever give her. And she's got like this story and this thing about her that no other city has. It's something you can't manufacture. And I came home from one of my tours one time, and I was sitting on the river. I was looking across from the Carolina side over to Georgia, the skyline. I was just thinking about my hometown. I was about to move to Tennessee, and I got on my bicycle, and when I got home, I finished writing this song. And it's called Augusta. Southern belle, I crossed you in the moonlight, turned round to find you had not gone. The things I had were all words that you had given me. The things I'd lost, you had retired. Heading downtown, I'm going to walk that river. I come from 8th, I turn down Broad, and call up my friends, and I gather them around me, and visit my old familiar haunts. Now some folks I meet, they don't have anything to say about you that I could take home to my ma. But I'm not swayed, and babe, they can speak themselves blue, 'cause it doesn't change who you are, 'cause you're the one that stands behind me when the dark thunder clouds roll. You're the place that's always open to welcome me back home, 'cause there's 1,000 streetlights shining on all the roads I walk alone. My fair Augusta, my steady queen, my lady luck. You've got a queen, you've got to treat her like one. If you want that queen to shine. And the one I've seen standing so proudly on the fall line, she don't want to be outdone, 'cause she's a golden lass with eyes that you can run to, and you can take that to your mom. And if you're ever blue, maybe you can start to find your way home
lay down some Georgia roots and let her be the one that stands behind you when the dark thunder clouds roll. Be the place that's always open to welcome you back home. 'Cause there's 1,000 street lights shining on all the roads you walk alone. She's the name that's always mentioned when our story's told, and she smells of sweet magnolias if my memory holds. And the music is moving through me like a gospel songs of old, and she's standing there behind me as the dark thunder clouds roll. She's 1,000 street lights shining on all the roads I walk alone, and her arms are wide open to welcome me back home. My fair Augusta, my steady queen, my lady luck. Everybody, I'd like to welcome to the porch Miss Folkart, you're right.
There's a song that Flo does wonderful well, and there's a song that is the same song that Carey sang in front of Notre Dame Cathedral. Video of him on YouTube singing this song, and you'll know what the song is. And so I asked her for this evening. I said, would y'all do this song together? And they've never done it before publicly, anything like that.
Only for you, you're special.
So you're free. And look what you get for free. Incredible talent tonight. But anyway, you go ahead and lead it.
All right.
I'm just so happy to be here tonight. We really look forward to this. I think this is such a wonderful thing. This is such a wonderful thing. I don't know how much this has been done, this exchange like this, but I think it's marvelous.
It's fantastic.
And you know, and just two people coming out here tonight. This is so heartwarming. But this song says, what a wonderful world we live in. And it is, it's such a wonderful world. Any way you look at it. We may not agree with a lot of things that's going on in this world, but it's our world. And we've enjoyed this evening, haven't we? So I pray that when you leave here tonight, that you'll say, boy, it was really good to go to that place. And hear Carey and Flo singing about things that they love and touching our hearts, about things that we love. Red roses too. I see them blue for me and you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of clouds of white, bright blessed days, dark sacred nights, and I think to myself, oh, what a wonderful world. Now listen to me. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the skies, are on the faces of the people passing by. I see friends shaking hands, saying how you do. I hear them saying, I love you. I watch you grow. He'll know much more than old Flo will ever know. And I say to myself, what a wonderful wonderful world. Yes, every day I say to myself, Carey, oh, I say to myself, oh, get moving. I'm thinking the next song that I'm going to sing, but I want to wind up with, I've changed my mind 13 times, so the last one has got to be, I'll tell you what it is.
Okay, don't surprise me.
But you know, my favorite song is Georgia, and I'll tell you why. We traveled many, many years in a bus, my family and I. That's my daughters back there, and my mom. They called my mom Groovy Granny, and I don't know if anybody ever knew my mom, but Don wrote so many beautiful things about my mother. She was such a show-off. No, I'll take it back. She was a showman. And a show-off. And she played a rhythm guitar. And she would get up on a stage like this. Now, you didn't set my mother down, because she'd get up with that guitar and shake it like this. And then the crowd would go crazy, and then everybody had a good time. But that song became my theme song, Georgia, because the first time I rode down the street of Augusta, Georgia, a green street, all I saw were these gorgeous pink azaleas. It was so beautiful. I said, this is the most breathtaking sight. But Georgia, I graduated high school in Brooklet, Georgia. About 9 miles outside of Statesboro. And when I would leave, when the bus would leave, or when we would leave and go on vacation, when we'd go up north, when that car of mine passed that Mason-Dixon line, it had to stop right there. And I got out and kissed the ground. And if you think I'm kidding, ask my family. I got out and kissed the ground when we got into the Mason-Dixon line. So Georgia became a theme song because I would get so homesick and lonely when I'd leave. And I wanted to get back to Georgia. So I was thinking, when Carey was doing what he was doing, I know all the time that you were over there, you were thinking about home, 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 and how wonderful it would be to be home. So Georgia, do y'all realize what the state of Georgia really means to somebody that really loves it? I tell you, when I was a little girl, I used to go see my grandpop down in Meadow, Georgia, and they had a well that never had a bottom. And they would pull up that old cold water on that well, and I'd wash my face with it. That's why I look so good.
That's the secret.
It froze. But how can I say? The only thing I can say is that is why this is my theme song. And Don Rhodes is to blame for everything that ever happened to me. Because he took us to see the Georgia Music Hall of Fame people one time. And they were doing something, I don't know what they were doing, in a hotel. And he said, Flo, I want you to sing Georgia. And so I sang it, just sang it. And from that moment on, it was a love affair with the Georgia Music Hall of Fame. So that's why it's my theme song.
The Georgia Music Hall of Fame sponsored Flo going to libraries throughout the state, and they had his first night making on New Year's Eve, and Flo and her band would close the evening singing, leading everyone to No Lang Syne. It was just wonderful.
So if it's all right with you, and if you feel like singing along with me, if you love Georgia as much as I do, I won't mind it a bit. Okay? Georgia, the whole day through, just an old sweet song keeps Georgia on my mind. I know Georgia's on my mind. Georgia, Georgia on my mind. Can I sing that one more time?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Oh, other arms reach out to me. Other lips. And when she closes her concert, she always closes with this song. She really does. And she's been very sick. She had 2 back operations a couple of years ago. And she's had a terrible time getting back to her old self. So we went to see her just a little while ago at a concert in Newberry. And she's getting back to her old self. But this is the song she always sings. Can I have a seat, Carey? And let's do This Little Light of Mine. Will you all please sing it with me? Yeah. This little light of mine, I'm gonna